We know that no one ever sees. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. Power is not a means, it is an end. One does not establish a dictatorship in order to safeguard a revolution. One makes a revolution in order to establish the dictatorship. The object of persecution is persecution. The object of torture is torture. The object of power is power. Now you begin to understand me. Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right.
So long as they, the people, continued to work and breed, their other activities were without importance. Left to themselves like cattle turned loose upon the plains of Argentina, they had reverted to a style of life that appeared to be natural to them, a sort of ancestral pattern. Heavy physical work, the care of home and children, petty quarrels with neighbors, films, football, beer, and above all, gambling filled up the horizon of their minds. To keep them in control was not difficult.
Well, hello, you glorious mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. And before we get started, can I quickly say hello to Mad Max's dog, Fred Rainbow, Sadako, Tony Tasker, Denise Langham, Mr. Knox of the North, Joe A12, Tony Tasker, Monty Mop, and Herman the Tosser. Those who have appeared in the chat, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, been a bit of an interesting one, hasn't it? First of all, before we go anything else, we'll kick off with the surprising news that Zia Youssef is back with reform. Hello, Cuban Pete. Who could have foreseen that one? It's no surprise he came back. It was hello, Robert Payne. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It wasn't surprised. The petulant little child who's known for his angry outbursts threw his toys out of his pram and then realised, he's back again. And yes, Monty Mop, the most interesting 48 hours there's been for a while. So we've got Zia Youssef back. Mohammed Zia Youssef is back. So I think we can go back to reform, being pro-Islam and pro-Muslim again. Yeah, mind you, I don't think we changed that, to be fair. So we've had that. Hello, Julia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Spark Swain. Welcome, welcome. So, reform are just a scam to the right. Joe A12, you know, if you've been following me long enough, you know exactly how I feel about the reform, or I call them conform. If you're a member of reform, they say we're members of a party. You're not. You're a subscriber because you have zero impact or influence on the show that you subscribe to. Okay. Hello, Odie. Welcome. I'm seriously considering voting Conservative if Lowe joins and Jenrick becomes leader, especially now used to come back to reform. I understand that. I get that feeling. You know, I understand where people are coming from. The problem is the Conservatives have 14 years of shite to wash off their hands, and they're not doing a good job of it, to be fair. Don't get me wrong, Robert Jenrick, I'm kind of liking him, but the problem is perhaps I'm just becoming a little bit more too cynical now, and they're just doing the politician thing of seeing which way the wind's blowing and joining it on that. Hello, Jokers. Muppet, welcome. All right, brother, did you get my message about the Slow Man joke? Yeah, I did. Thank you for that. They're like a bunch of kids. I'm not your friend anymore. 24 hours. I'm coming out to play. I mean, it literally reminded me of my youngest daughter who's fell out with her best friend about 12 times in the last week of being back at school. It's absolutely unbelievable. Generic is a four, in my opinion. Sadako, I agree. A lot of them seeing how the wind is blowing and they're bending to that way, if it had been like that from the get-go, maybe, but not so much. Reform a load of stuff from Labour and Tories. They're just saying the wet wipes we have had. Joe, I've always said that Reform are the crack between the two cheeks of the same arse. They're all the same. They're all the same. Reform are not going to be anyone's saviour. And if anyone was going to be a saviour, was going to actually do something to improve this country, they would never be allowed to set foot anywhere in the political arena. This is why the Homeland Party, UKIP, etc., are just kept where they are, because they're not allowed to succeed, because they don't want them to succeed. It's as terrible. So Hygie is not fake news then. Right then. Okay, so let's get on to the main set of this. So earlier on this morning, it was released onto X that anyone who has anti-Muslim, anti-immigration thoughts has been put on the terror list, which basically means that you, I, and pretty much most of this country are now classed as terrorists by our own government. Let's just let that sink in just for a moment. The Conservatives have got, the Conservatives are dead. Kindergarten, preschool, I'll just leave a vote for independent as long as he, she isn't the same Islamic. Oh, correct. I'd never vote Conservative. I'd never trust them. But again, that's correct. Hello, Matthew. Thank you for sharing. Come and join my party. Yeah, why not? Let's all make our own parties. So so we've been designated terrorists. I didn't know I could bring that up. Hey, oh really? Oh, well, there you go. I can actually bring comments up. I never knew I could do that on here. Mind you, the last time I did, I could never get rid of it. In any case, just seen a video by May about this. He's read a tweet from Rupert that something was coming. Yes, there is a possibility. But in any case, let's focus on what has occurred. So we've been called and targeted as terrorists. So now it's no longer good enough to call us far right, to blame us for things that we didn't get blamed. Monty Mop, June Slater. I'm sorry hello, Datang. Nice to see you. June Slater. I used to like her, but she's just become a blinded, blinkered reform bot. And I just can't deal with it. But then again, I'm the sort of person who, even if somebody I really don't like, for instance, like recently, I've never liked George Galloway, but when he tweets something that I agree with, because I'm an adult, I'll agree with it and go, stop it, because you're making me like you. It's okay, we're all saying the same prison week. Well, Monty, as we said earlier in a comment, you wonder why all those new prisons are being built. Freedom is slavery, war is peace, against terrorism is terrorism. Exactly. So, in any case, this went, and then my good friend Paz49 found out that he couldn't find it anywhere, and the "we've all been had" scenario pops up, which is not surprising, really. It's difficult. It is difficult in the situation environment we sort of live in. So I went out and started to do some digging and delving, and I'm going to share the screen with you now. So let me just bring this up. And this is my tweet. So let's just make that a bit bigger. There we go. So it is real, and I found proof of it. And if you go to, I'll show you in a minute, there's a link, and this is Bolton County Council. This is in their training wing manual. This is what you get when you become a councillor. So I'll read it, because I know some people listen to this and don't actually watch it when they're busy doing anything else. So, extreme right wing. Extreme right wing is an umbrella term encompassing all ideologies that seek to undermine, this is good, fundamental values, democracy, rule of law, individual liberty, and tolerance, which is very much exactly what the left wing are doing more than anyone else. But of course, they're okay. And featuring intense hostility to minorities and the belief that violence between ethnic and religious groups is inevitable. Well, it doesn't take a genius to look for 5 minutes, and yeah. These ideologies include cultural nationalism, and white supremacy. So this is the one that was quoted in the Prevent one, which is the thumbnail to this video. And this is in their manual. This is what you get when you become a member of Bolton Council. Cultural nationalism is an ideology characterized by anti-immigration, anti-Islam, and anti-Muslim, anti-establishment narratives, often emphasizing British/English victimhood and identity under attack from perceived others. Which is pretty much exactly what was in the Prevent manual, which was there but not there. So, sorry, I was just checking a message coming through on my phone. Right then, so there you go. Okay, that's what is in manuals. And as I said, oh, sorry, I forgot. If you click on this link, it will take you to this, which you can download as a PDF file, believe it or not, which I have. And here we go. Safeguarding against harmful radicalisation. Bolton's Prevent Handbook. Okay, and it goes on all the things and it tells you what to do. Okay, so this is Prevent. This is from Prevent. Okay, so now you know that, and as I'll bring it down to where it is, so people can actually see in live on the screen, and the bit I read out to you is here. Okay, so that's from Prevent. So those people who are saying it's not real, it is real, it's not real, it is real, it's real. Because there you go. That's it. And this carries on going on about online radicalisation and everything else. So you can actually download this if you want to. Tells you what to do, etc. So there you go. So that's just give you the live proof that it is real. Our government sees us as terrorists, as threats to national security. So anyone who thinks the same way as I do, anyone who's a member of this channel, a subscriber to this channel, comments on this channel, welcome to the world's biggest terrorist group. And probably by talking about this, I'll probably get myself into trouble, but I don't care. I really don't. Let's just catch up with the chat. And where are we now? I'll go from Corbyn was the search for scrapping Prevent, maybe he's onto the right thing. The world is a stage. Hello, little kitty. Hi, how you doing? So let's catch up, because remember, I don't get all the comments on YouTube as I do here. If you believe the truth, you're a terrorist. Correct. That's exactly what they're saying. And this comes from the Prevent, the same people who did nothing about Axel Rudabakani. Correct. They dismissed him 5 times, if you remember quite rightly. Although I was sort of right is the wish to preserve the fundamental selves. Exactly. They better come not kick my door in tonight then. Be careful what you wish for. It sounds like a declaration of war to me. Well, David, doesn't it? It basically says we hate you. I mean, the thing is, for a few months now, it's been obvious that they hate us. Well, in fact, since Labour came to power, they've hated us. They've genuinely hated us. Now they're actually making it blatantly obvious that that's the truth. They actually hate us. And remember that if you're designated as a terrorist, that compromises your stuff. It's a real Bolton Council program to prevent, but not the government, which is misrepresented previously. Yeah, but it does exist. Somebody's obviously tried to make it look, but it does exist. I thought that it would be easier to find it, not necessarily on the government website, but obviously easier to find in a council warehouse. Excuse me for a moment while I sort my dog out. Get out. Go on. Sorry about that. So, yeah, already been accused of being a terrorist. Oh, sorry about this. Get out. So I'm not being harsh to my dog, but she comes in and she starts eating all my plastic stuff. Madness. So I've already got falsely accused of being terrorist. Correct, you did, little kitty, as you've said before. Starmer lost all support, falsely claiming concerned parents were far right. Well, hello, Jazz Decor. Welcome. Yes, basically, being called far right wasn't enough. So now we have to be. And basically, as somebody, another options we have a UKIP, the Integrity Party, the Heritage Party. They're three main ones at the moment, in my opinion. Correct, Joe. But also remember, because of their held beliefs, they could technically be called a terrorist organisation. Poor Bella. I know, Sparky. The problem is she's still a pup, and anything that she can get in her mouth, she'll chew. And don't say any things like that. Money rules the world. Hello, Maria. Yes, money does rule the world. I have a book by one of the founders who can prevent, a woman called Exact Sir Khan, makes the case that political correctness perverted the direction and prevents. It did. Absolutely 100%. I mean, Prevent has been completely and utterly infiltrated and now has the power to do these things. Some of the general public are naive and gullible, thinking that Starmer's immigration speech was similar to Enoch's when he said Ireland are strangers, saying it was his best speech. Again, like many, many politicians, they're saying things because that's the way the wind's blowing. You know, a bit like, what's his name, Piers Morgan, a bit like Nigel Farage as well. They flip and they flop. They go which way the, chewer, Sparky, absolute chewer. They flip and they flop. They go whichever way the wind's blowing. They'll say whatever they need to say to get people to do what they want. Ideally, what you want is to follow somebody or a party who has had a vision and stick to that steadfastly and don't change and don't flip flop no matter what the cost. And at the moment, for me personally, hugs to the kitties and Bella Gobster. Consider it done when I get back out of here, little kitty. Piers Morgan's a disgusting swamp creature. The creep makes our skin crawl. Being an ex-soldier and the way he sets us up with those pictures from Iraq, if you remember, he can go take a very long walk off an exceedingly short pier into a pit of lava. But that's just my own personal point of view. You've still got your slipper in one piece. She don't like slippers. It's very strange, that. Very strange indeed. Political correctness is the start of the rot. Absolutely. A Labour think tank are seriously proceeding bringing ID cards and called brick cards, which will track where you go, what you buy, what establishments and venues you visit. Surveillance gone mad. It was always going to come. And people who've been warning for years and years and years that this was going to come have been called everything under the sun. And I think people start owing other people, apologies. Because nice to see the G-Man talking a lot of sense. Thank you, Jazz. It's much appreciated. Thing is, it's not sense. It's just like, just look. It's just, you can see it. I mean, it's got that bad now. They're not even attempting to hide it. They really aren't attempting to hide it anymore. Really isn't an attempt to hide it anymore. They've got us. They know they've got us. Evening all. I missed the start. Welcome, Mark. Don't worry. You've only missed 18 minutes of it. And I'll just do a quick recap. Zia Yusuf is back with reform. We had a bit of a giggle about that insanity of the joke. And then we've just been talking about the fact that, yes, we're apparently all classed as ideological extremists and potentially terrorists. That's so, that's pretty much what it is. And the chat's been going off awesome. Do you think the government will sit up and what's happening with civil war breaks out in Ireland? Ireland's about to explode, Tony. Absolutely 100% is going to be best YouTuber on here speaks his mind. Thanks, Maria. Problem is, at the moment, speaking my mind gets me into a lot of trouble. It can get me into a lot of trouble, but I'm not going to be silent. Why should I be silent? We should all have our own opinions. But thank you for that. It's absolutely. Hello, G. How are you? Such bad news. Yes, Martin Cook. Really bad. Well, I'd say it's bad news. I was kind of expecting it because that's how reform are. They just do things. Yeah. Let's be brutally honest. Ireland is literally on the verge of exploding. And the reason it's doing that is because what they've done in this country over the last 15 years, 20 years, they've done in Ireland in less than a year. And the Irish aren't going to take it. They can see what's coming. They know. And the Irish being the Irish, remember, I served over there back in the Troubles, or the end of the Troubles. then they are a very passionate people, and they will fight you to the death, and they will fight, and it will kick off. And that YouTube isn't me, what's the word, glorifying or inciting it. It's a statement of fact using my own Mark 1 eyeball. You can see it. You can see it's ready to go there. Well, that's still from the usual right-wing thug. Well, Mark, we were right-wing thugs, but clearly that wasn't good enough, so they had to elevate it again. I mean, eventually, people like me will probably have our YouTube channels, our Rumble channels, anything removed from us. Social media will be removed from us, and we won't be allowed to speak. The situation is only temporary. Integrity, the way forward. I speak the truth. Correct. It's just difficult to sometimes see where it's going, isn't it, really? You must stay true to your beliefs. You must stay true to how you feel, no matter the risks or the threats. And it's not easy at times. Mr. G, the actual reason I put videos up on YouTube, thanks for our inspiration. Martin, or Mr. Knox, Martin, I know you like to be called that. Yeah, but don't, yeah, okay, well, thank you. I didn't want to be an inspiration. I didn't want to, I just thought that I couldn't sit and watch what's happening and not speak out, even though I'm fully aware of the risks. And the more voices we get on here, the more voices we get on X, more voices we get on social media, even though YouTube is working its damn hardest to keep us suppressed and pushed down. For instance, all the stuff that you're putting here, there's a very good chance come the morning when it actually gets processed and put up on YouTube, will be gone. It doesn't get, this video maybe, if I'm really lucky, might push 600-700 views in a month because it's suppressed, because they don't want people talking the truth. I will vote Reform if there's no other option in my ward. Very much hold my nose vote. Again, I kind of get it. I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand. I understand why people will vote that way. I genuinely do. And I'm not trying to persuade people to vote either way or whatever. When you vote, that is your personal decision, irrespective of everything. No one should tell you how to vote. No one should sway your vote. No one should tell you anything like that. It is up to you. Genuinely up to you. The biggest problem we have in this country, which is something that not a lot of people address, and I think we need to push further and harder, is the fact it's not who you vote for, it's actually getting out to vote. For instance, Labour won in Scotland, I think it was Hamilton ward, yeah? And everybody went, how did they win? Because 52% of the population in that area just didn't bother to come out and vote. It's apathy. It's voter apathy is why we are getting into the situations we're in, because we won't go out. We should never feel ashamed of our views. Mark, we aren't. I'm not, even though we know what could happen. We need to stand tall. We need to stand strong. You need to stick to your values, your integrity, your honor, and keep going. Because that's what they do. It's like YouTube wants to push us down, to stop us talking, to demoralize us, to make it, is it worth saying anything? Is it worth doing anything? And we can't let them do that, no matter how much it is. And if they can't silence you that way, they'll call you a far-right thug. If they can't silence you that way, they'll say that your ideology is terrorism. It's far-right extremism. That's what they're doing. Right now, you could be the only one speaking Brit. Agreed. And if anyone asks me right now where my loyalties would lie, if I had the opportunity to vote UKIP, I would vote UKIP. It's as simple as that. Because what I see in Nick Tirone is a man who's laser focused on exactly what he does, doesn't change, doesn't falter, doesn't waver. And that's what we need. Any trouble in Ireland could easily spread to Northern Ireland. That could be the first trouble in Britain. Correct, Matthew. Absolutely right. If this unification happens in Ireland, certain demographic, then we should let the Germans lead in Europe. They've managed to unify the continent almost 6 years once. Yeah. Not the kind of unification I want, though. But I get your point, mate. I do get your point. So making it on a clock, yeah. Freedom is the most addictive drug going. People will die so someone else can have it. No greater love. Well, yesterday was the 6th of June, where thousands of young, brave men from Canada, France, England, and America stormed the shores of Normandy in 1944. Thousands of them died. If this was the next day, 1944, another couple of thousand of us would be dead by the end of the day. These brave men went out, fought, and died for the sacrifice for the freedom of Europe that hates us, for the freedoms that we are pissing away in the wind. And it's frightening. I've ordered a new T-shirt. I will not be silent. Stop the boat. Stop massing grave. British to be and proud. Why not? I'm thinking of doing a few more T-shirts similar to that on my merch store, which I'll let you know about. Yet my former pro major company accused me of being far right terrorist. No surprise. Process of doing nothing at all. We're up against a WF. Correct me, Ria. If they do balance, we go underground. That's where the thing is. Where do you go? Because that's the reason why they're closing pubs down and trying to shut us down from there. Make it more expensive to go out and mingle and have a beer and have a chat, where, unlike here, you can't be watched and surveyed. That's why supporting your local pubs are important. I've got a pub just down there. I've actually got a micro pub just around the corner. And I pop in there every now and again. And even if it's just to buy a couple of pints, just to show my support, because we need them. We need them. Who even believes Leon has been led to invaded by boats from France? These boats are coming from England. So, yep, absolutely. They said it took 3 years for the blood to wash out of those beaches. Correct, David. I've visited them on many occasions. And when you go at the right time, I went to Omaha especially, and to walk all the way down to the waterline at Omaha without looking, and then stopping and turning around at roughly the same time they landed, and look how far you had to go. And that's the same for all of them. It was a nightmare, and that's sheer bravery. And we're pissing all over their legacy, in my opinion. They really, really are. Folks go understand how much the government's going to hate us. They hate us all. They're not even hiding it anymore. Let's be honest. We are no longer being. It's been hidden. It's blatantly obvious. Absolutely, Trump will bring political asylum for the Brits to. Well, if he does, we'll have to wait and see. We'll wait and see. Be interested to see what happens. You can run, but you can't hide. Yeah. Would you produce some car window stickers for your merchandise? Yep, I'll look into that, mate. There are a couple of stickers, but I'm looking at another shop where they will actually do stickers, and that way, once I get that up and running, I'll let you all know. I try and keep the price of all my stuff down as cheap as I can get it. To be fair, how did Britain end up with so many Muslim mayors? Because they're allowed to be in. I mean, the one in Derby. He had a photo of himself a few years before holding an AK-47. It's because it's done on purpose. It's done on purpose. We all know this is all part of the plan. It really, really is all part of the plan. And now you see, do you have allies in America? I know a few people in America, so it should be okay. Camber Sands is the closest you get distance walkable. Absolutely. We ended up with as many Muslim mayors because that's what they want. I mean, Solihull, where I live, in the area of Solihull, the last mayor we had was a Muslim mayor who gets elected for the councillor, so it's box ticking. We've got a white one now, but couldn't be any more left if you tried. Warning, okay, it's terrible legs for US. We must not send troops there. Massive distraction tactic by the wanker Starmer. The thing is, Starmer can say but rattle all he likes, but listening to those people who I still have contact with in the forces, they might have a problem getting troops to do as they wish. I'll leave it at that. Chessboard. Yep, it's always chessboard. Everything is. We're all pieces on a chessboard. Only 7,000 from the Republic fought with us in the war, so I have no feelings to them. They hate us. Maybe the Republican Irish should head back as well. Well, at the moment, the Irish are the only ones who seem to be having the balls to stand up to stuff. The Great Reset guy. Well, you can see it. You can see. You could. I've done it before on a couple. I think it was another live stream where I could see. You can see where we go from now. You can see the pieces being pushed. Step. Also, must be prepared to stand, mayors. I think a lot of us don't engage in local politics. Correct, right? Leaving a void for people. You're absolutely right, Robert. You're absolutely right. But also remember that these people can get block votes. Have to remember. Really do. Now, well, let's carry on. I've Union flags St George's Cross, Christian crucifix at work, and rucksack might get reports of potential terrorists. It's ridiculous. It really is. It absolutely really is. Symbols matter, Monty. They do. Massively. Hence why I'm sitting here with my English rose. I'm sure this will be illegal. Here's what the police called me crazy. Yeah, absolutely, little kitty. The way they treated you was absolutely outrageous and disgusting. No, I'm responsible for other people's votes. I don't want to vote because I'm not insane and will not repeat the same mistakes twice. Understand? Again, I get it. I do. I get it. I'm not criticising. I understand where people are coming from. I really, really do. Stormy's going to destroy England, Scotland, Wales, and all. Keith, welcome. He's hell bent because he hates us. Let's be honest. He hates us. Absolutely hates us. And he's not hiding it. Francis is portraying the sacrifices he made to them in World War One and World War Two, but in thousands more. Absolutely. I couldn't disagree more at all. We Brits are always late to stand up. We do eventually. Yeah, and then, Mark, you're right, because eventually when we do stand up, you really don't want us being standing up. And they know this. This is why they're trying to suppress us. I said before, Black Sabbath once sung War Pigs, treating people like pawns in chess. Wait till their judgment day comes. Yeah. It's unbelievable the way things are. It really is. It's dangerous times. It is really dangerous times. I mean, the fact that our government has basically branded us all far right, branded us and blamed us for things that were nothing to do with us. The Southport incidents were blamed on far right thuggery and terror and organisations, and the police didn't find anything because they can't handle the fact that it was basically a lot of people who weren't very happy that 3 beautiful children and a lot of other people got injured, but 3 beautiful children got stabbed to death. Hello, Nicola H. Welcome. Hi, all. I'm just doing now. Don't worry. No need to apologise. Everything's cool. Labour cancellation undermines democracy. Same for the EU. Yeah, well, hello, Aidan. Yeah, it's true. But we all know why they cancelled those. Self-preservation. War Pigs is our new national anthem. Lisa, yeah, correct. Should be, shouldn't it? Undermine the rule of law like politically motivated court cases, lawfare. Correct. Absolutely correct. Why am I sat in a sweatshirt looking at the grey, miserable skies to start of June? Good. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's pretty much an English summer. I mean, we might get 3-4 days, but then what'll happen is it'll get really hot, and then everybody will moan, and it's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I knew Labour would be awful, but they're so much worse than I dreaded. Sadiko, a lot of people feel the same, but a lot of us, some of us, me included, were saying, if you really don't want Labour, Labour will be worse than you can possibly imagine. And I wasn't just saying that because I hate Labour. I was just saying it because I've seen what Labour do. Yeah. Individual liberty because only free speech is the issue. Yep, absolutely. Correct. Alice, Bibi, Elsa. 3 names of beautiful angels, and may they rest in peace, brutally taken from us by a scumbag who should never have been here in the first place. Yeah. Those 3 names should live forever. Starmer had a Czech secret file. Yeah, he did. He worked at a Czechoslovakian workplace, didn't he? Hostility to minorities, white working class boys, for example. Well, this is the point, because let's be honest, there was a study saying apparently in 40 years, white people will be a minority here. But apparently, to quote some people, well, that wouldn't be such a bad thing, would it? They're not hiding it anymore. They're really not. I think I'm already blamed by default because I'm Christian and liberals really don't like us. I think the pushback is happening. It's coming. Uh, Aidan, violence is inevitable. Yep, I'm afraid. As much as I don't want it, and I don't think any of us really truly want it, you can see what's coming. It's not hard. What if he gets hot wearing a burqa? It must be burdensome. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even wear one. They don't need to either, to be fair. I really don't think so. When nice weather comes, the MSN will start crying about climate change, global warming, then they'll suggest terrible measures to combat it, geoengineering, carbon tax, etc., etc. The same old boring shit that they come out with every year. And it'll be a new reason to try and tax a bit more money out of us, even though most of us haven't got any money left at all. Native American, you should ask a tribe for help. Make Oblet's great again. Yeah, indeed. Anti-immigration, like Stan was saying, cross-channel. Yeah, exactly. Decent. It's just ridiculous. Like Stan was saying, cross-channel crosses are wrong. You see, the hypocrisy of it all just blows me out of the water. Victimhood, like banking, but yeah, exactly. I mean, we've had videos. I think I might put it up very soon. I've got a video of a copper ripping down the Union Jack. What's that all about? And why don't they wear it on their uniform anymore? It's just ridiculous. It's unbelievable. I lived under two Tory governments and Labour governments. We need something, Guy. We definitely need something. Unfortunately, what people are doing is grabbing onto what they see and is perceived as the hope, the chance for change, when all the flags are telling you they're exactly the same. And people don't want to pay attention. They really, really don't. Wide awake, not woke. Welcome. Hi, Gubby. Just wondering why you're moving from your favourite podcast. I'm just wondering. Paranoid. Right. Just to let you know, Dave, the favourite channel thing rotates itself. I've got a list. I mean, and I've got a huge list of channels I like. So if you disappear, you will reappear eventually. It just rotates. You're not being paranoid, mate. It just auto rotates every now and again. It changes and swaps them in and out. You're okay. Don't worry about that. No taxation without massive migration, correct? How are you going to get your freedoms back? Well, there's the big question. Anyone want to answer it? Because it's tough, isn't it? Now, I could say how we could do it, but I can't say that here. Ever since, people got arrested and put in prison, and you do YouTube videos, or on X, you have to be very careful what you say. So only the terrorists in the country are the ones in the hope. Well, again, Keith, correct. We have a new party to make any change. That's going to be reform. I don't think it is. Sorry to disagree, but that's fine because we're all entitled to our own opinions. I disagree. I genuinely disagree. I really do. Reform aren't going to be it. Thanks, mate. Makes me feel better. No, it's all right, Dave. I understand. I get it. It just gives everybody a few moments. That's all it is. We take them back gently, bit by bit, carefully, considered, boxed clever. You see, that's why there was a panic about this being classed as a terrorist and having this ideology. That's why people are like, oh, it can't be real. Or it is, because people are scared, really genuinely scared. Gandhi used civil disobedience to break England once. Correct, David? He absolutely did. But the problem we have here, unlike Gandhi, when Gandhi did it, he got the populace to do that. We here in the United Kingdom have a sleeping silent majority who don't want to do anything, don't want to upset the apple cart, and will moan their arses off in the privacy of their own lounges, but won't actually do anything. So do you think that the Lib Lab Con wins? All I know is, at this present moment in time, the way things are, the only people who lose are us. Or is it when we're corrupted by the civil service? Again, As Trump found out in his first one, and when he was going to drain the swamp is very deep, and this is the thing that a lot of parties don't think about is when you get in, you've got to do something about the civil service, because in reality, it was the civil service that stopped actual Brexit from actually happening. It's a really, really tough one. It really, really is difficult. Simon classes you and makes the rest of England hate you. It's step by step. I'll be honest. When I first started doing all this, still so many are awake at it's frustrating. Maria, I completely agree, but they don't want to listen. We may get one or two or three every now and again. I just don't. For me, and I've always said this: when will it be enough? When will When will something happen that will be enough? When will something happen that will make you realise you're hated? To make you realise this is all going wrong. I'm generally trying to stakeholder capitalism. It's total terror. Unless you've learned about it, you don't know what's happening. There's no such thing as random things. There's no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. We're on a massive chessboard and we are the pawns. We are being pushed. I say it was catch-22. The Tories might have been better suited to dismantling civil service if they weren't sidetracked by years of Brexit negotiations, which they had no chance of succeeding in doing because the civil service were cutting the rug from underneath them. Every country won its freedom back by way of uprising. East Germany, Egypt, France, but the Brits are too terrified for some reason. I wouldn't say they're terrified, they're suppressed. They are happy to sit in their little bubble and not worry about it. And for anything to happen, for any real change to occur, it's the middle class of society, the ones who you see go on the free plasticine marches, and because it doesn't bother them. They're too busy virtue signalling and gaslighting and all this and all that. And until something happens to them, until it affects them, nothing is ever going to change. The civil service was great in 40 years by woke liberals, correct? Absolutely spot on. Civil servants call them snakes. Absolutely. Reform can do one thing: send everyone a statement of their shares. Well, of all government debate, imagine a £600,000 bill for pensions dropping on your doorstep. What would the civil service say? That's a fair point. That's a very good point, actually. Imagine if that happened. Be interesting, because we owe a lot, and also, let's be brutally honest, it's getting more every minute, because our illustrious leaders are pissing money away. They just don't have. They really don't have. If you swapped all your smartphones for small regular phones, the government would lose a lot of the grip on you at all. But they'd make sure there's something in them. They're not going to let you go that easy. But you're right. If we took ourselves off the grid, but the problem is then we remove ourselves from the communication network, and even if they could listen in. Signals intelligence can listen into what you're saying on a mobile phone in any case, even if you aren't smartphoned. I have a theory: when people finally see that they've been labelled as terrorists and there will be protests and riots, well, maybe, or maybe they'll just be scared. By then it'll be too late, Mr. G. I'm afraid. I agree. You see, out of the bag, it can be subsequently hidden, but the civil servants policies have to explain it. But would they? Would they? I mean, at the moment, look, you just have to look at the last question in PMQs in the. He never answered a single question. They just don't care. They don't have to do anything. Danny Card's I'm a few minutes behind, lost track of time. It's okay, don't worry, never apologise. Both my granddads fought in the war. All you have to do is change your smartphones for regular phones. Not too hard, lose the addiction. It's a good point. It's a good point. But then again, without those smartphones, without the ability to do it on the fly, half of my stuff wouldn't get out there. Even though it doesn't go out to many people, because you're not allowed. Not allowed, am I? It's mad. It's absolutely mad. Operating systems always have back doors. Correct, they do. I've never owned a phone. CBs. Remember the truckers? I used to have a CB when I was a kid. They were cool. They were really cool. Maybe you should get back to going on to that old tech. It might help. It might help. Don't think you can use a BlackBerry phone from 2025. True, but the problem is they'll make sure that they can listen. True, guys. So without the smartphones, at least they can't track us. They can't listen to us on the phone when it's not in use, and they can't force us to get all the communications in link. Well, this is true, absolutely true. They blame politicians, politicians blame civil servants, and then you have a McCarthy show trial and arrest. Aidan, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Except, of course, maybe I'm getting a little bit too long in the tooth to realise that that'll never happen. Unfortunately, CBs, there are many ways to communicate, Gobby. There are many ways to communicate, and I think we need to. Start maybe looking into such things, because we need something. People rise when Islam takes firm hold, converts people to cowardly by nature. Be too late for the gently does it by them. Well, this is the problem. And you can see why people are already at the tipping point of things. You can see why the conversation is about the CW. You have to be careful what I say on YouTube. It's there. Links phone graphene. Well, it's just CB radio already monitored. This is true. The problem is they can listen in. Any ex-forces will know how easy it is. Signals intelligence to listen into things. And that was a while ago. They got the tech now, unfortunately. They want to survey you. They will. This is the truth. There is no hiding from that. No privacy with digital analog had its place. It did, which is why they got rid of it. You see, they got rid of the analog to replace it with digital. They're now trying to get rid of pubs, so you got nowhere to go and sit and have a chat with your friends without anyone listening in. Pigeon. Well, yeah, let's go back to carrier pigeon. They'd probably intercept them. Maybe go to Morse code. Mentioned it a while ago. Yes, you did, Monty. Maybe we should go back to Morse code. But the problem with that, of course, is they'll be able to read that as well. It's my Navajo. Wind talkers. Perhaps we should get them. That would be good. It's absolute madness. I just can't believe that I'm sitting here and we're all sitting here and we're having chats about this, that, and the other, when we all realise that we're really truly screwed, aren't we? On communication, it's like YouTube, broadcasts huge amounts of random text, everything is diluted. Welcome, Forrib. Yeah, that might be. I see where you're coming from. And here comes the doggy wog again. What are you doing? What? You want to come up, do you? Yeah, come on then. Say hello to everybody on the camera. There we go. We can have a bit of a light relief. Don't eat the mic. Don't eat the mic. Let's use the having language. Yeah, until they really. Do you know I should have a pigeon named Speckled Jim? We could use it, dang. Perhaps we should invent our own language. That would be good. That would be. Kent Cancel and Doge is a good trial run. It is. Let's see how it goes. What was your handle? You're true. I'm X Signals Electronic Warfare. But there you go then. Or just speak up everywhere and sod the consequences. Be brave. It's got to that stage. Bella. Look, someone's called Bella. You've been mentioned. You've been mentioned in the chat. You're semi-YouTube famous. Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's what she thinks of that. She kissed G. I know. I wouldn't mind, but she eats her own poo sometimes. You do. So in any case, speaking of pigeon, I felt like board says I went to William Square, bird seeing a cricket bat. And dark. Yeah, she's quite cute, aren't you? Do you want to go down or anything? Do you want to say anything? Oh, she's heard the cat. And now here comes the cat. Captain Meow has come to join us. This will be fun. I got the dog and the cat. No, the cat's fucked off. Yeah, and there goes the dog. Dog's after the cat. Slang means secret language. Fun fact, it does. It's very, very true. So you can understand. So can you two understand rhyming slang? Wouldn't you, Adam, believe it? Well, maybe we could try that. I think we need to do some experiments to see what we can do. My 14-year-old Tomcat is twice your dog. Let's not start organising. She's back. She's back again. She's come to say hello. Chairman Meow. Oh no. I've got Captain Meow and Private Paws. That's my two cats. Hiya, everybody likes you. Bell. She just ignores me. Absolutely ignores me. Absolutely most. Cats don't participate. This is true. They just turn up when they want to. Shutting the door on them now. Your dog and mine's at risk of... Yes, I know. We should look after our pets. We really should. I don't know what she's trying to do now. She's trying to dig through a concrete floor. I do wonder sometimes about this dog. I really, really do. Come here. You want to come back up again? Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Chairman Meow for Burmese, close enough. That's good enough. My previous cat lived and she was 70. Wow, man, that's old for a cat. It really is. Just go things, say Boglims or Alan Snackbar member. I always use Alan Snackbar. And Boglims is good old Dino Bain. Alan Snackbar I heard from the Angry Bootneck. Some great channels. Both cats are ones joining the discussion too. No, I don't think they do. I'll let the dog back out. She's gone back out. She'll probably come back. The distractions sometimes of having the animals. Both cats will join. They don't discuss anything. I'll let that pop up. Very true, Dave. A strong work. Well, as I said before, up until recently, until I started doing this, I actually had literally, I had no faith in the Lord at all. But up above, just there, that's my christening card, and I've turned back to the Lord because we need some help from somewhere. We really, really do. What snacks do your pets like? Bella's very fond of the little bony biscuits, and she has those big chewy bones. The cats, pretty much anything. They'll eat anything. My cat one of my story. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. They do bring a lot to your life, to pets, and also a lot of expense. Jesus Christ, the food costs a lot of money. They eat, actually, I'll be honest, they eat better than I do, to be brutally honest. So sad about your cat, little kitty. Oh, the other Captain Private Paws just stuck her head round as if to say, "What the hell's going on here?" Saw the dog, gone. What are you eating now? God's sake, man! What are you eating? What? Just Bella likes to eat stones, metal, tin foil. Plastic, loves plastic. Plastic's a fact. You like plastic, don't you? Yeah. Wood, loves to chew. I got a nice wooden bench outside, and she's ate some of that. My dog likes a postman. I bet he does. So this is the problem. She's only a pup. She's not even a year old yet. Oh yeah, Belle. I keep seeing Private Paws sticking her head in, having a look. She's having a look through the door. She won't come anywhere near because the dog's here. So my missus is going to love this. Loves dachshunds. This apparently is my daughter's. Guess who looks after it? Wasn't someone arrested for saying God bless, or am I imagining it? There's been a lot of people who've been threatened with arrest and moved on for talking about God and preaching the word and Jesus. I mean, let's be honest, some people have been arrested for standing on a road opposite a abortion clinic saying nothing but having a silent prayer in their head. And they never thought the thought police. Does your dog walk backwards back in the red and eat it like that? Yeah, probably. She's mental. She is mental. I know a dog who lifts his leg at the Turkish barber shop door. Well trained. Well trained. Well trained. Come here. No. What are you doing? Make a decision. Thank you. Right, she's gone now for a bit. I learned some black country. Hope it passes. Tell me what you think. What you am doing, pulling that old piece of string? Oh, it's great. It is a bit of a country. You am come through the black country. I'm Dudley, are you? Yeah, I'm all right, are you? That's what people think us Brummies speak like. We don't. If you speak like that's black country. It genuinely is black country. Yeah. Was from like Dudley and things like that, isn't it? Oh, it's great, isn't it? It's wonderful being from Dudley. Oh, it's lovely. I got arrested when a Bogney Fuzzy got that. Was just well, that wouldn't surprise me. Gobster's Dog sub channel coming then. No, because you'd probably get more flipping subscribers than I would. Probably get more views as well. Then again, she's barking at private pause. I can hear her. Johnny, you're too bad. True silent player is now a crime in the GB. Who'd have thought? Who literally, genuinely, who genuinely, hand on heart, thought we would be here like we're doing right now? Who'd have thought it, eh? Google Translate. It's just, I don't know about you, but I can't believe we are where we are. I can't believe that by being upset about somebody being stabbed to death, you're a far-right thug, and now you've been branded a far-right ideological terrorist. You're getting arrested for having just thoughts in your head. You're getting arrested for speaking the truth. You're getting arrested for being angry, tweeting something, realising after a bit, after you calm down, that was not such a good idea. And you got 3 years in prison. I can speak black country well. I'll be hooked. Yes, I know. Is that a PG monkey mascot near the schools? You mean this boy? It is. It is the PG monkey. Probably in fact, sometimes the only thing that has a sensible conversation. Yes, so yes, I've got a PG monkey. You just stick him there. Oh, you can't see him now. There we go. Yeah, it's a PG monkey. Not a 50 lot. I used to be a progressive minded, hope that the progressive enlightenment was the future and would win out. Instead, we're repressed to pleasing backward cultures. Now, this is exactly right. This is the world that we live in. This is where we are. It's so sad. It genuinely is that we are where we are. It's really, really unbelievable. I thought we were becoming more empathic. Late 80s, early 90s, I think we were almost there. We were almost there as a civilization. We were all coming together. Yes, there was nigglies, but we accepted people for who they are and what they are, and we didn't have, and we were getting there. And then the elites realised that, and then did what they do, and that's where we end. Social engineering. It is social engineering on a global scale. I mean, it's like today I read that there's 450 schools, 454 schools in the UK that only have 2% white people. And I think there's something like 17 of them don't have any white people in them at all. To be honest, it doesn't surprise me anymore, mate. Sorry to say. No. That's the frightening thing, isn't it? The frightening thing is we see it, we go, we should be shocked by this, and we're just not. We're just really, really not. I bet the PG Monk would be called a racist in 2025. He is racist. He is very racist. Apparently. This country's warped. Nicola, this country is... There's a couple of us in the chat here and myself who we wore a uniform. We were proud to go wherever we had to go to protect this country. And now this country deems me a far-right thug and a far-right ideological terrorist because I want to save the country. I don't want my country to be turned into some of the third world shitholes that I've walked through. I voted Democrat once. Jimmy Carter was drunk last way over. Jimmy Carter, there was a president. I'm just. Some of us have been to places and seen things and done things, we hope that no one else has to. And there are people that I go every year to say goodbye to who did lay down their ultimate sacrifice for this country. And I have to now say I'm sorry. And that hurts more than anything. When I walk through the streets of Birmingham on the odd times, usually around Christmas, and I find ex-servicemen living in tents, and then I look on the telly and watch another 50 immigrants getting rooms in a hotel, it hurts. When my child is at school and out of a class of 32, there's only 14 of them left because it's Eid, it's saddening, it's frightening. And I always get this question, well, not always, but sometimes I get the question, well, what are you going to do about it? All I can do is talk and try and raise awareness of what's going on. But when the time comes, and it will come, I'm sure of it, I will defend this country to my last breath. I swore allegiance to this country, and I will honour that allegiance. And if I have to stand on my own to do it, then I will. Because that's what it's all about. Sometimes, why did we bother fighting 2 world wars? It makes me sad to say that. It really is. Hurts, doesn't it? The English Constitution is still law today. Correct, Keith, but they just want to keep that buried. Yeah, mate, we served, but it seems like it was different life now, brother. Different world even. Guy, amen to that, brother. Amen to that. It was a time when it was all worth it. And now you sit here thinking, yeah, so sad, wasted lives. Not their sacrifice at the time was worth by the modern GBs. Absolutely. My dad, a veteran, is devastated by the way his country gone, Maria. I feel it. I genuinely feel it. I spend a lot of time thinking about how things can change and how we can do something about things, and it is a worry. I like to believe that we haven't lost yet. The fight will go on unless we stop talking, keep fighting, keep believing that's right. Not as correct. Keep the flame alive. Joe, thank you. And that's why I do what I do. No retreat, no surrender. Never give in, never give up. Even though I have my wobbles at times, because I do, I'm a human. And it's hard. I believe many of the unaware, at least of these things affect. Well, we've said this before. I also played Joe, fought in the first Gulf War. I'll stand with you. Tony, I was there in that sand as well. Yeah. Nice one, Mr. Knox. At least we forget. Amen. Amen, brother. Amen. But it's sad that it comes down to veterans. Maybe one more fight to defend our country that we love so much. We're getting old. Bad knees and a bad back. Would you hand your mental note out of protest, or would you treasure them? I never liked getting them when I got them. They're in a box. I don't even look at them. I'll be honest. I won't hand them back. But even on Remembrance Day, I won't wear them. I know I have seen people I know who wear them. I won't wear mine. Mine are in a box, never to be come out. The kids can have them when the time comes. I don't think handing my medals back would serve a purpose. Look at Cook today. It's not yes. Oh no, Fred, I agree. It's not left. Good interview, Winston Marshall and Ray. Yeah, keep going. Very smart people. Some get it. Well, yes. Look, it's not over. And as Joe said, it's not over as long as we keep talking, as long as we keep this going, as long as we try our best. Sometimes, just talking is enough. Just talking. We less wobble and do not fall down, son of Albion. Amen. Some people have said to, sometimes, I may be down on one knee. But that's me just praying to God for some more strength to stand back up and keep going. Because I don't want to stop. I don't want to let it die out. We shall now go quietly into the night. We have to keep fighting. We have to keep going. For flag, for country, for family, for honour, for God. That's what we need to do. Protest your medals now, too much shift involved. Well, the thing is, Kirky, you know as well as I do, there's memories attached to those little lumps of metal. And you won't forget the day that you got them, and some of them you may not forget why you got it. Veterans are precious. We are. Shame our governments don't think the same. Or in fact, it's a shame that the military itself doesn't think the same. Oh, we're mourning the nation. I should have worn black. We're not mourning the nation. It's not dead yet. It's struggling. I suggest anyone who hasn't done so needs to check out Douglas Murray's new book. It talks about Israel and how the national service has been good for society. United we stand, divided we fall. Amen to that, Keith. He was right. He was busy. Yep. Look, I've just noticed the time. It's been over an hour. I don't like to go much further than an hour, even though sometimes I could chat all night. And it's nice for you to. My medals are at my parents' house. Keep them safe. We all know what they're there for, mate. We all know why we earned them. Hiya, Peter. You've done it again, mate. You've joined just at the end. It's we're getting there. It's just my gongs are tributes to the fallen comrades who I served with. Tony, exactly. That's why I could never give them up. I could never give them away. They can stay in that little box up in the loft. I know where they are. I know what they're for, and that's where they stay. Really grinds my gears to see Starmer with an army smock. The best guy he's wearing. I mean, technically, my regiment's now the Mercian regiment. He's wearing a Mercian regiment. Fuck it. I don't know how the soldiers can stand there and not turn around and say, "Get that off, you fucking arsehole. You don't deserve to wear it." It really is. Notice the time Rabbi just wrapped up. Well, Rabbi was doing it. That's absolutely fine. Commander Rachel reported all serious. I have GMP Queen's crown on my Pathfinder hat. It shall stay, not my gym. Excellent. I keep him there as a 4-year-old son gets around everywhere. Well, this is the truth. Oh, little Kitty, the rabbi, a rabbi from another planet. He's a guy who talks like, I know Rabbi from when we were talking, when I used to talk Doctor Who and that. Great bloke, really good. Lives and he is in Israel. His sons and daughters have been fighting. So, yeah, medals were earned. Yeah, they were. Mind of a more honourable time. Yeah. Sad, really, isn't it? These little trinkets mean so much. Oh, little Kitty. Pop onto his channel. You'll see where he stands. The man is, he's great. He is. He's absolutely brilliant. I like the guy. I love the guy. Unfortunately, only word a C word, no medals though. Unlike my granddad, I only have 2 and like 9. Right. Well, yeah. Any case, I need to bring this to a close. It's just over an hour. I haven't had anything to eat. And you don't get a fine athletic figure like mine by cutting back on the food now, do you? So, time to bring this to a close. I'm a Lance Corporal. Follow Mr. G anywhere. Thank you for that. That means a lot. It genuinely does. I mean, you know, a lot of people talk about their chat and their subscribers, but you lot literally are amazing. I never thought when I started this that I would get as many subscribers as I did. I never thought that I would virtually meet so many wonderful people. And you keep me going as much as I apparently keep you going. It's an honour, a genuine honour. And for when people say you'll stand by me and you'll stand with me, it means a lot. It genuinely does. And it goes the other way. I've got your back. When the shit hits the fan, I've got your back because I know you've got mine. And that's why I like our community. That's why I like the people who regularly pop in on the chat. That's why I like everyone who has anything to do with the channel. You are awesome. Absolutely awesome. Again, without you, this would be nothing. I mean, we've had, I would say, an average of over 40 people watching this as I go, and it's great. It's amazing. And, thank you for all your support. Genuinely, sometimes I don't think you realise how much I really do appreciate every single one of you. I really, really do. And I genuinely care about every single one of you. You are awesome. And don't let anyone ever tell you that. Don't everyone say that you're not awesome. You're not on your own. We're all here for each other. And we're all awesome mother truckers. Don't ever forget that. It has been fantastic. It has been brilliant. You are all legends, one and all. I shall look forward to catching you in the next one. Not particularly sure where that is, but I'll try and give you a bit of a more advanced warning. We are in difficult, dangerous times. All we have is each other. And we need to stick together now more than ever. Thank you. You have been awesome. The Gobster is done. So, as I always say, until the next one.
Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right.